Hello, everybody. My name is Peter,
Hi, I'm Parker.
and welcome.
At least we tried, I guess.
Yes, the At Least We Tried podcast.
The name we stuck on 10 minutes ago.
Yes, very much so. We have nothing prepared at all.
We prepared literally zero.
Negative
There's
zero.
Nothing.
We have done nothing in preparation of this. So, on that note, let's start. Well, as you know, my name's Peter. His name's Parker. So, whenever we meet anyone together, okay, they're always like, "Oh my God, Peter Parker!" Okay, I hear that 10 times a day easily. Like it's gotten to the point where like it was funny, then it was annoying. Now every time I hear it, I want to punch the person who says it.
Yeah, I had a nice, easy life going before I met him. Because before people only had my name to play off of.
Oh yeah.
Now we get grouped together. That's a bundle deal.
Yeah, we're once we've bundled like no, I mean beforehand I was called Peter Pumpkin Eater or whatever like
Peter
constantly
Dinklage?
Peter. Yes, I got called everything, bro. My nicknames were the worst. But now that whenever we're together, it's just like Peter Parker. Like it's it's the funniest thing in the world when it's just really not.
Yeah, I never really had like too many of like bad nickname stuff going on. I just had like a couple things with like I had like Parkit Parker because I was a hyperactive child.
I was nothing really changed for me.
I had this kid who annoyed me constantly who would call me Parkapooch.
Wait, hold on. Now, how does that work? Parker, what did you do?
Nothing.
To become
it was
nothing?
just like we were just like I was like 6 years old or something, and it was just like this like rude kid that like it was like one of those situations like you're like forced to be friends with, so like your families know each other, so like
Oh yeah.
so it's like kids group up with your age pairing.
Yep.
And that was the kid I got stuck with.
That is unfortunately how it goes for a majority of the lives. Kids are horrible, man. Me totally not being one.
Totally, yeah. I'm 37.
Yeah, totally, bro. I smoke 20 a day. You know, I'm 15. I don't know your age. I don't really care either.
I'm almost 17. It's getting really.
So what's your mental age?
I don't know. I haven't taken one of those tests. I kind of take one.
There's a test for that?
Yeah, there's like BuzzFeed tests and stuff.
Well, yeah, those are very accurate.
Or like Quora tests and stuff. All those, like mental age tests.
See, yeah, though I've done like one like test, and I got like it was like a personality test. I got like some sort of, I forget what it's called. It was like.
If I had to guess, my mental age would either be something like 6 or like 50.
Yeah,
like,
I'd say around the same.
Like I feel like at any given moment, I'm either just like have the mind of a child or I'm a jaded old man.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I've already like reserved myself at this point in my life to like a life of daddom. You know, where you just like
yes,
where you just accept the fact that someday you're just gonna be chilling on your recliner, like vegging out while watching the History Channel, and that's gonna be your daily.
Yeah.
You're gonna hone those grill skills.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna like 10 hours a day grilling. Not even like anything on the grill, just like mentally preparing yourself, observing the grill. You know,
just
meditating on it,
studying. Bro, have you ever seen the Wendy's training thing grill skill?
That sounds amazing.
It was like a 80s or 90s Wendy's training thing. I think it was 90s. Where
you know, everything from the 90s is completely perfect. Yeah.
Oh, so like it's like a training video inside a training video where like you have this guy who's working at Wendy's and his employer pops in a VHS and then it goes to like then the guy working at the Wendy's gets sucked into the TV and all of a sudden he's in like a hip hop music video for grill skill.
They don't even put this much work into
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my gosh, that's like way too much work for a training video.
Grill skill, it takes nerves of steel.
Is that actually the song, or are you just making that up?
Oh, totally.
Oh wow.
Bro, you think I would lie to you about Wendy's grill skills?
Bro, you don't mess around. You don't mess around with the.
You
with the
think
Wendy's
I would
grill
lie
skill,
to
bro.
you about the thing that only I am the authority of in this conversation?
Yeah, totally, bro. No, I would you never do that.
Nah, bro.
No, bro. Yeah. I mean, with all those training videos, most of them, like, the ones that I've seen are just, like, really funny. They try way too hard. It's just not like,
Oh, yeah.
here's what you need to do. It's like, here's what you need to do in a necessarily funny way.
Now, watch this. You take the bun and you put it on the burger. Yeah!
Oh, that's so hilarious. You know that any minute, like, recording this, I did not tell anyone in my house, any of my family that I'm, like, actually recording, like, a legit podcast right now. I'm actually trying. And now they're just gonna walk in and just, like, ask me a bunch of questions, like, personal information. Oh, yeah, you wanna go to that Panda Express that's on this street in this country, this town? Right
You want to
after
go
we
to
leave?
this one specific spot?
You know, right after we, like, when we leave
And then we can come back to our house at this location?
Yeah. You know that's gonna happen. Like, legit, if that happened, it'd be so funny. Oh, man.
It's just like they just go down the list of every descriptor you have. It's like, you want to go to that one place that's in the United States of America, that's on the West Coast?
Arizona, the Buckeye. Just, like, keep going down the list. That's totally not where I live, by the way.
Pahinix?
In Pahinix. I live in Pahinix. Next to
Pahinix?
Asa.
Bro, I'm out here in
next to
surprise! Oh, I just clipped my mic so much. Ooh.
just peeking constantly.
Yeah, look at that waveform.
I can't see my waveform. Mine's not that good.
Bro, you need to get professional. Profesh.
Professional. Bro, I realize that there's like a much more detailed settings on my editor now that I probably should have gone through to change my mic. Because
Yeah,
my
maybe.
mic, you have good editing software, right? Yeah, we talked about this earlier.
Yeah, I use Premiere.
So yeah, you'll be able to do that. Probably not a good idea to talk about our podcast, problems with our podcast, while on our podcast. I feel like that takes a special breed of retard.
It's like you're trying to sell somebody on your product. There was a Flight of the Conchords bit about that, where it's like you have this manager who's trying to get like his band that he's managing signed, but he has no faith in them.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah, so it's like he's trying to sell it to executives. It's like, oh, it's really good. It's like, yes, it is. Is it? Yes.
Is it not? Yes, I think it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. Possibly. Like, if you really, 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 okay, bleached your ears beforehand, okay, and listen to just straight static for half an hour, it'll sound really good.
If you sit in an isolation chamber for 3 days straight and then listen to us, then you'll be happy to hear it.
If you had a knife held to your throat and listen to it, you'd love it, bro.
If you yourself are Edward Scissorhands.
Oh man, that's like the level listening to the podcast. Like we're gonna put it on our Instagram and our Facebooks. People who use that. My family's gonna listen to this.
Old people.
Like my family's gonna legit listen to this, and they'd be so confused. I'm like, who is this person? Why is he trying so hard?
You're just gonna have like your mom.
I'll just be like, at least we tried.
You're just gonna have like your parents analyzing like every last
Oh
second
yeah.
of the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No,
does
I
he
have
mean...
no doubt in that.
Wait, now does this mean anything? What did you mean by Spider-Man?
Is that some sort of? I don't know. I was gonna say
Is
something.
Spider-Man a euphemism maybe for the webs?
The webs, the dark webs.
Maybe for shooting webs. Just
Shooting
maybe.
webs, school shootings. Instantly goes like just makes the largest assumptions, just from shootings to school shootings.
Have you seen that thing? There was somebody on Snapchat, they posted like about to surprise everybody at school tomorrow, and then it's like,
Yeah.
guys, the police showed up. I just got a new haircut.
Yes, I actually saw that same one. That like legit, I saw that. That was hilarious. But like I imagine being that officer, like going to his house, like guns drawn, ready to see this guy, and he's just sitting there like with a fresh haircut, just like, oh bro,
There's the
put your
police,
guns
put
away.
your
He's just got
hands
the
up.
freshest haircuts.
Put your hands up. We saw your Snapchat. Please, I just 5 more minutes with the comb. I'm not ready yet.
That's totally what to do.
I feel bad for coughing every 30 seconds. I'm trying to do it away from the mic.
My mic's on my head, so if I cough, it's going right into the mic.
Bro, you gotta get yourself a nice steady mic. Nice
Nice
decibel.
steady mic. You know, I have no money though.
Well, neither do I.
Oh, well, never mind. Okay.
That's the tragedy.
I don't have any money. I just, all the money I've made in my entire life just spent on this microphone.
Dude,
Specifically for this podcast.
I have a situation with like standing mics that like it's like a whole tale of why I hate them. Kind of like I love having a separated mic, so then I can like step out and still have like headphones on and stuff and like be able to distance that, so people can't hear me breathing every 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure that's gonna be the problem for me.
oof. But like, so about a year ago, I was using like a Blue Yeti mic, or not Blue, a Blue Snowball. That was
Okay.
that was
That's
like
that's
my mic.
pretty good.
That was my microphone of choice. And so I was using it, and one day it just stopped working. I couldn't get like it. I couldn't get it to work on any program. I searched through the web a million times, and so I was like, okay, I think my Blue Snowball is just broken. And at the time, I was like big into trying to break into the Let's Play scene. So I was like, so I was like, I gotta replace this fast. My 3 viewers, they need me.
They need me. I can't disappoint my fans, bro.
Yeah. So then I bought this microphone that I'm using now, and
It sounds really good.
yeah. Thank you. It's like, it's actually like it wasn't that like expensive to get. Although I think that the price on it
Well, how much was
raised
it?
on. I think it was like only like $40 or something when I got it, but then the Amazon price raised to like 100.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
But like then, so I started using this one, and I'm like, I wonder about that other microphone that I
Hold
was
up,
using.
You cutting out? Hold up, you cutting out, bro?
Oof, because I opened up Google. I opened up Google
Oh yeah,
for half a
same,
second.
same. So did I. So did I. That's what happened.
But
It's like, how to be funny.
but like, I was trying to look up like the Amazon listing because I think it is like $100 now for some reason. But like, I was like, okay, now I have this new microphone. It sounds pretty good, and I'll use this. And then I came back to the Blue Snowball a year later, and I was like, I wonder if maybe there was just like some weird issue with it. I plug it back in. Sure enough, now it works. And
Bro,
after
can I use that?
bro, I can just like straight up lend it to you. I don't have a second cable for it.
I'm sure I'll figure something out.
I
Hey,
get-
we're already making improvements inside of the freaking podcast. Like that's the level we're
Keep
at.
it business.
Keep it business.
No
Keep
inside
it going.
baseball.
You constantly keep thinking about the podcast, like, wow. So okay, me and him, okay, we started thinking about making a podcast a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And just like I mentioned it once, and we were just like, because we have no idea what the hell we're doing.
We mentioned
at
it
all.
once and then resigned our fate to it.
Exactly. Like legit, like a few days ago, we're like, what would we name our podcast? And like that's what sealed the deal. Like,
Yeah.
we just came up with it a few days ago. It is the abbreviation is, what is it?
ATW.
ALWT.
ALWT.
Okay, that's it. ALWT. I'm
No,
gonna write that down so I don't forget.
yeah.
ALWT.
Yeah,
At least
ALWT.
we tried podcast, because, I mean, well, that's pretty much what we're doing. We're trying. At least we are trying.
At least we
no
try.
intention of being popular. No intention of making a lot of money.
We're just
Just
doing
for
it.
fun. We're just doing it.
It's
We got a
just
bunch
fun.
of guests line. We have guests line up already.
And it's like
Yeah, the Ian.
that's the most fun part of it is that the fact that it's like we have all these guests lined up, but it's literally just like 2 people and none of them have any. It's like nobody with a name for themselves. It's just people.
Yeah,
that
I
we
know. It's like we have Ian. Ian.
Oh.
That's someone with a popular last name. So that's an Ian with a popular last name.
McKellen.
Ian McKellen? Oh no, Ian Tyranny. That's all we're prepared for. Other than that, we have just a bunch of basic.
If you want to know our
girls.
level of preparation, the whole origination of this podcast came from literally 2 trains of thought. One of them was 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty accurate. Yeah, That's unfortunately that's pretty much it.
Well, that's life.
Yeah, well, that is life. That's very true. You don't know what's going on. You just you press the record button and see what happens.
You gotta let the creative juices flow like a waterfall.
Yes. Like a waterfall.
Whipped cream pouring like waterfalls.
Waterfalls.
Pizza. Gimme pizza.
Exhibit. wait, isn't the wait? Oh man, wait. So you did you go to Sunday school when growing up?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the Bible song?
Maybe, I don't know.
The Bible, yes, that's the book for me. I stand by the word of God, the
Oh,
Bible.
totally, yeah.
Oh
Did you have
yes,
a
I feel like that's a
VBS?
universal song. I
Oh,
did a VBS
bro, that was lit.
in freaking Florida, like 10 years ago.
You were in Florida?
Oh yeah, dude, I lived in Florida for 6 years,
Oh,
and
that's
then I moved
crazy.
here.
Bro, I used to like
Arizona.
my family used to vacation all the time to Florida. That was like our one
To
spot.
vacation?
Mm-hmm. We go to
To
Disney in St. Augustine.
freaking tourist? No, no. Honestly, like I'm pretty sure a majority of Florida's population is tourist anyway. So like,
Yeah, and like old
yeah,
people
my mom
that
used to
go
work
there.
at Disney as well. Like we would go all the
Oh,
time.
that's crazy.
It's so fun. It's such a nice
You
place.
see, that's where
You
you
know.
wonder if at like any moment it's if it's like those things where like it's like if you look in the background picture of these people in front of the Magic Kingdom castle, then in the background this is this woman's future fiance.
Yeah, like it's like Disney like something. If you've never been to Disneyland, and that's a sad fact. Like, I know there's a lot of people who've never been to
It's
Disneyland,
it's
never
expensive.
experienced something like that. Like, it's quite an amazing place to be honest. Like,
It's so
even if
great.
you're like even if you're like an adult, like you can go there and just like, holy crap, there's a full size castle. There's like a 10-foot Buzz Lightyear. Like even like the inner kid comes out in Disneyland.
It's
I feel
so
like we're
awesome.
advertising Disneyland now.
Last time
Can we
that I
do
went
it?
to
Do we
Disney,
have to do a non-sponsored? Does anyone? Will anyone care?
can Disney sponsor us? But
Yeah, that'd be a great start.
but
Oh yeah, the two idiots trying to get a like. Oh, we'd like $10 and we'll advertise you. Just like,
But dude, like
yeah, sure.
Disney is so magical though. It's like last time that I went to Disney, I went to a couple years ago because like we had like enough like Disney points and stuff stored up to have like a day at Disney when we were on vacation because we were like, oh,
Oh,
we were just like going down to see all like the historical sites in St. Augustine, and then we were like,
well,
oh,
that's
we have
cool.
Disney points, and so we went down to Disney. The problem was it was Labor Day, so it
Oh,
was packed.
oh
But like we
God.
went to see the like the Magic Kingdom like light stuff, like the whatever it's called, like the whole like fireworks show and everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
like we went to see that and like legit, I just like cried. It's so great.
Oh yeah, like the fireworks. They must spend so much money on fireworks
Oh,
every
totally.
single day. Like it's a crazy amount of fireworks. And last time I was there, they had like the whole Star Wars like still was like not just coming out, but like coming out came out quite recently. And there was no joke. Imperial March is like every 45 minutes. Like how much they have to pay those people to put these heavy suits on and walk every like 45 minutes and act every 40 minutes every day of the week all day, like oh my gosh, like how rich these people are
Well,
is quite
apparently,
impressive.
you see, this is what gives me like the double-edged thought about Disney, because I love Disney, but like there's the whole controversy surrounding them that they don't pay their workers well. Like they're like people
Yeah.
at Disney, they say it's like it's one of the greatest jobs that they ever have, but they just can't live off of it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting as well because everyone wants to work at Disney. You hear working at Disney, you're just like hell yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that. But like then there's that if that's the
Yeah,
genius of their branding.
you
That's the
see,
genius of their jobs. Like it's such an amazing opportunity to work there that like they don't really like people don't and everybody don't really care about how much they're
it's a
paid.
little bit of like a blind faith going into it. You're like, yeah, I
Yeah,
want to go
yeah.
and work at Disney, but like it's not a sustainable job. Like you
Yeah,
can't you
that's
can't live.
maybe my mom worked there for a while, so I don't know.
Yeah. But it's like you look at the you look at stuff with Disney. It's like, oh, look at this worker. He was cleaning off this vase of Ariel, and he started playing Under the Sea on it. Ain't that cool? You see, it's just like a bunch of like
Yeah.
little nifty things that happen constantly around the park. There was like a band that would always play there called like Mulch, Sweat, and Shears. And
What?
yeah,
Well, that sounds amazing. Well, yeah, no, that's the thing with that. Like, they're so cool.
it's just so
Like,
magical.
it is like, and with all of that, there's all the workers that like the type of people that work there are just so naturally like not like fun in general. That like that's their dream job, like working at a place where they can just express that.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to say that Disney abuses that, but like that's a way that it could work. Like that's a good marketing plan if it was, of course.
You see, that's where it's like, no, I think like there's probably gonna be some action taken against that soon enough.
Oh yeah, I'm sure about that. Like no doubt, there's gonna be some sort of crazy thing.
Yeah.
That's someone's like didn't they
These
like
people are spending their lives here. Pay them.
Yeah, no. Last time I went to Disney, my coworkers from my mom, when my mom worked there, no joke, 10 to 15 years ago, still work there, in the same spot. Like that's, I don't know, it's crazy to me. Like I could not handle a job. Like I want to be a police officer when I grow up. You know, that's gonna be a good 20 years. I think it's gonna be at least 20 years, like to retire.
My nearest
and that's a
place
long
is
time to do that.
Cracker
But like. That's a nice place. I love Crackle Barrel. So like,
It,
hey,
it has some nice
you
charm.
got me with those discounts, bro. You got me with some discounts.
You want some discounts?
Well, heck yeah, bro.
Bro, if Cracker Barrel could stop ghosting me on Indeed, bro, I'm legit like getting like ghosted by like 5 different companies.
Maybe they really want you to work there, bro.
Bro, the tragic thing is I applied to a Cracker Barrel, and I got a text back that was like, "Hey, we want to interview you so you can work at our store." But then I double checked the details and I saw that I applied to the one on the other side of the city, which is like 30 minutes away, instead of the one that's like 10 minutes away. And so I was like, I don't want to drive all the way over to the east side of town when I'm not even when I'm past the west side of town.
Oh, bro, that's not fun. That really sucks because you know do you have your license?
I don't. I want to. It's just been too many delays happen along the way. Life happens.
Life, you know, the way the life rolls. You don't know where you're going.
I probably could have already had my driver's license out here if, for some reason, I don't know, Arizona, why do you do this? Why you gotta do this to me?
Arizona, why you?
Literally, for some reason, Arizona doesn't accept laminated, like, birth certificates and stuff.
What?
So if it has lamination on it, you can't use it out here. And so
That's retarded.
I know, it's like
really.
So,
okay,
yeah,
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that in the future because I'm planning to get my license and like actually crap. Oh, what's 6 months from October?
6 months from October? That would be April.
Oh, okay. I can get my permit in April.
Awesome.
So I'm planning to get my permit in April. So like my mom is like, you are getting your permit the second you can.
Oh yeah.
So
well,
that
sounds like something very much that your family would do. It's like, okay, you're old enough to drive. Go like
go.
Like now you can go
child.
to the store. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know my mom.
Totally.
You know she's definitely.
It's like, oh, I want you to learn how to drive so you can go out and, drive to your heart's content, explore the city. Also, I need milk. I need milk and butter. Go get that.
Explore, my child. Spread your wings.
Be free in this one neighborhood.
Of course.
Spread your wings to Walmart.
I like how we've covered like 8 different topics in like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah.
How long have we been recording?
It's been about 24 minutes now.
That's awesome. I mean, we can start with like 30-minute episodes. You don't want to go too long.
Yeah. I think maybe like
30,
40.
30, 40. Okay, that's good. I mean, you want to cut this one off a little bit short here?
Maybe.
It's like okay, here.
It's like a little bite-sized podcast. Like
this is a little taste.
A lot of podcasts I listen to are like 2 or 3 hours long.
Yeah, like no, we don't have the time and or patience to do that.
Yeah, we don't have the preparation.
Would eventually. It's just if we prepared and like writ stuff down and stuff, we would do that eventually.
Yeah,
but like
once we can get
for now,
you have to get in a groove. You gotta crawl before you can walk.
Exactly.
Don't want to spread
and plus, Luciano, right?
Yeah.
He would be able to help us too. Like we could have a bunch of friends and just talk about the most random crap.
Oh, totally.
Like my personal friend Luciano, like I still play with him a bunch. He's super funny and he'll be great to play with. Like no joke, I'm sure we'll have a great time. We'll have a great time doing all of this stuff. So I would like to thank you for listening. If you happen to last this long through the onslaught, oh god, I just accidentally hit my
If we could
freaking
take
power button.
if we oof.
Oof.
If we could
Hold
take
up.
25
There
minutes of
we
your
go.
time.
25 minutes of your time. Could waste 25
I know that
minutes of your
sounds
time
like a lot.
listening to us. But if you think about it, that's only one small section of Shrek.
It's like Peter Popoff. It's just like, just for one small donation, you could get your blessing today. And then like,
For some-
that's what
Oh,
we're doing
man.
with these podcasts. Is like, oh, for only 26 minutes a day, you could listen to your favorite podcast, which is us. Definitely give us your money. And then eventually, like,
Please,
and then it turns into like a
please.
12-hour podcast, and it's like, listen to the whole thing, you'll get it.
Yeah. No, I definitely don't want to turn into one of those podcasts. Like, the podcasts that take a few hours. Like, honestly, I want to go at our own pace with this. Like, if we make an hour podcast, we'll make an hour podcast. If we make a 30-minute podcast,
Yeah.
we make a 30-minute
It's
podcast.
just like, why,
honestly,
why
even if we don't
drag
get
it
any views, it's just, this was fun. This was fun, right?
out? Yeah. But it's like,
So,
why
like, the
drag it
content-
out if you don't have stuff to talk about? Don't talk about it.
Exactly. Unless we're gonna have like an actual business plan, we don't really need to do
Oof.
that.
Yeah, I think like a lot of like sponsors and stuff for podcasts wanted to be
Yeah.
like, it's like, okay, at the start of the podcast, in 1 hour in, it's like, what do you mean an hour? Like, it's been half.
Like, yeah, definitely. Like, I want to go around. Like I said, we're gonna go on our own pace with this. And so the content you expect to you would expect from us would be like just really talking about random stuff that comes to our heads, unless we actually legitimately plan something. Like, we went from Disney to freaking driving.
Yeah, we're from Disney to driver's license. We went from
Disney
D
to
to
driver's
D,
license.
DL to DL, Disneyland to driver's license.
Yeah, that's good. Well, this was fun.
Wait, have you
I
been to
appreciate everyone for
Disneyland or
listening.
Disney World?
Both. I'm very rich.
I haven't been
I'm
to
kidding.
Land.
Land is not nearly as good. Let me tell you that much.
But they have Adventureland.
Honestly, I've never been there. I went to Disneyland just as like a month before, not a month, like a 2, 3, or 6 actually. I think about it. Months before that was open. So like we got to see it under construction. Like it was like almost done. We could like see them testing it and stuff. Like, come on, we're right here.
Please let us test.
Let us test. No, they weren't. They didn't let people on that crap. The cars thing, so you go like 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
They ain't letting humans on that while, there's a small chance it could fly off the track and hit a freaking paper-shaped rock.
Yeah, one time I went to World and they were like, they had test track being refurbished at that
Oh
time.
my gosh.
And literally, it opened
Dude.
the day after we left.
No, oh man. Let me tell you something. Both of the test tracks, both of the times, I've done it, the original and the new one, within my entire life, okay?
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you something. The old one is so much cooler.
It
Now,
is.
the new one's interesting because it takes a futuristic, like, what's it called? A futuristic play on it.
Yeah.
But like, it's not really that. You know what? I'm now thinking we can
has,
like
like,
our
whole,
next
like, car
podcast. We can have it
customizing.
entirely planned on Disney. Let's do that. Let's do that because we can talk for this for an hour easily. So yeah, that was a little taste of the next podcast.
But like, apparently, like when my mom was in high school or something, like her and her friends had like this bit where they were doing like a comedy bit thing, like in theater. That's like, one of them was like, "We've been to Adventureland, we've been to Spaceland. When do we get to go to Pottyland?"
What? Your mom sounds fun. I've met her. I mean, I haven't met her like personally.
I've never met her, but I have met her.
No, I've met her, but like I've never actually had like a legitimate conversation with her.
Yeah.
We need to do like a like trade Sunday, trade child day.
Just swap families over.
Yeah, pretty much. That'd be great. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up
Simultaneous
now
the
because
best
my
idea
family's
and
beginning
worst
to get
idea.
mad at me.
What is that?
Hey, it's the boy.
Oh,
I hear a boy.
Okay. Yes, that's
Tell the boy I said hi.
he says that. Okay, we're gonna cut off this podcast here.
Okay.
I'll see you boys later, even though
Boy.
probably only one of my family members watch this. And maybe one of yours. I don't know.
Maybe.
So,
Probably not.
Thank you for watching the ALWT podcast. My name is Peter,
I'm Parker.
and we're signing off. Goodbye.
Yay.
boys.